Hello everyone and welcome to Van Tech Corner. In this video, I will show you how to use Cloudflare WARP VPN with OpenWRT. And this is totally free. So we are going to set up Cloudflare for Teams and then get the configuration files and then set up the VPN client interface on our OpenWRT router. So if you are using Cloudflare for some time, you will know that they offer two VPN solutions, WARP Plus and Cloudflare for Teams. While WARP Plus is having a limited quota for a free account, Cloudflare for Teams allows you to set up the VPN for up to 50 accounts. First of all, you will need to have an account with Cloudflare, and you can just simply go to their website and sign up for one. The process is very easy and straightforward. Now you will need to choose a team name, and I will just use VanTC. Even though the plan is free, you still need to complete the sign up with a credit card. After all this is done, let's move to the next step, which is connecting your first device to Cloudflare for Teams. Let's open the dashboard and go to My Team Devices. Right here, click on Connect a Device. Click Create an Enrollment Policy. At this step, you will need to specify the ending of the email or domain name who should be able to join your team. For example, if you're using Google Gmail, it should be at gmail.com, or it can be at yahoo.com or the ending in your cases. So I will proceed with at gmail.com. And now it is time to install WARP client on your device. I have already downloaded the application before, so I will skip it, but we still need to click on one platform to move forward. On your PCs or on your MacBook or on your phone, let's open Cloudflare and then go to Preferences. And then in the Account section, click on Login with Cloudflare for Teams. Now we need to enter the team name that we have created previously. So in this case, it will be VanTC. A login page will show up shortly. At this step, you need to enter your Gmail. It can be any of the Gmail account, since I specified at gmail.com previously. And then an email will be sent to your mailbox with the code. Get the code and paste in. After that, hit sign in to complete the login. And at the final step, you can also download and install Cloudflare root certificate. So, as you can see, we are now connected to Cloudflare for Teams. This is just the very first step. Now, let's move on with getting the configuration file for OpenWRT. This tutorial is based on an article from Stephen. I would like to take the chance and thank him for this detailed instruction. So as you can see, he explained the whole process clearly. We will need to install Android SDK, create a virtual Android device running Android 5 Lollipop. Because we can only get the Wireguard configuration file from Cloudflare with Android 5. Please be aware that this process is not officially from Cloudflare, and it may against Cloudflare TOS. So you are trying at your own risk. Alright, let's download the Android SDK. While it is downloading, let's download Android Platform Tool as well. This package contains ADB or Android Debug Bridge, which will be used to install application and get the configuration file later. The download is ready. Let's install Android Studio. click on Configure button and select ADV Manager. A new window will pop up shortly. Let's click on Create Virtual Device. For this setup, we will use Nexus 7. Click Next to move on. On the right side of Lollipop, click the Download button to download the Android images and wait for the process to be completed. We are done. Click Next and see if there anything we need to change, and then click Finish to complete creating the device. Now, let's click on the Play button to start our virtual Android device. So next, we will need to download Cloudflare application. The version confirmed to be working is 6.8. Please download the APK only, not the bundle. I will also put the download link in the video descriptions and you can go and check it out. Now, let's extract the platform tool and move the newly downloaded APK to the same folder. Now, let's open Command Prompt on Windows and type in cd:/platform tool to navigate to our folder. First, let's run ADB devices to check if Android debugging is running on our emulator device. Perfect, it is running well. Now, let's run this command to install the APK on the emulator. adb install com.cloudflare, and you can just press the tab key to autofill in the name. Hit enter to execute. Perfect. The program is installed. Let's open it. I will repeat the same steps that we done for Cloudflare on PC to set up Team VPN on our Android emulator device. Now we have our Android emulator device up and running, and we also have our 1.1.1.1 application running with Teams. So as you can see, we have the option right here, gateway with WARP, and then let's try to enable it. Checking connection, connected. Alright, so let's disconnect Teams and then copy this command. So we are going to use the adb pull command to download the configuration file. So this is platform tool that we have. So let's open cmd and then go to cd/platform tools, and then firstly we will run adb device to check if adb is running on our device, and yes, so perfect. So now we want to run the second command. Let's go back, copy it, right click to paste, hit enter. One file pulled. Alright, so when we open this folder, we will see the new configuration file. So let's right click and open it with Internet Explorer. So this will be the whole configuration, and you will need to get some information of it to create your VPN configuration file for Wireguard. So if you go ahead and check on, let's say this is one of the Wireguard connections that we have. Okay, so if we click on the edit button, we will have something like interface, private key, listen ports, and things like that. Alright, so right here I have created a blank template, and let's do it. So first of all, let's have a check right here. String name WARP tuner config. This is the peer public key, so this one will be the public key. Alright, so make sure it's just until here. Allow IP, and then this is the endpoint, you can see. Alright, so this is the endpoint. Alright, so And then the allow IP will be 0.0.0.0/0, which is all the IP are allowed and it can be routed through the tunnel. And now for our interface, the private key, this is the private key. Alright, WARP private key. Listen port, this is just a random port that we want to use for our end device, either it is a router or a PC. So I will put it 123.2.1, you can change it. And address, this is our interface IP address. So let's see, this is our IP address, it is 172.16.0.2/32 if you want, or leave it blank if you don't want. And then for the IPv6, if you want to configure it, you can just copy and paste. But for my case, I'm not going to use that. And now we need to use our DNS server. If you're using Cloudflare for Teams and you have your own gateway, for example this one, then you can configure it. Or else, you can just use the public DNS server, for example 1.1.1.1, and that's it. After that, we can save this file as something like OpenWRT Wireguard.configuration or file type. So now we should have a Wireguard configuration file, and we can use this one to configure the VPN on OpenWRT or other applications, or even on your PC. For example, you can click on the Add Tuner button, import tuner from file, created, and then to open the file that we have just created. Before we moving on, let's try to connect to Cloudflare WARP server that we have just created. And then let's see if we have any information received. We can see that the interface is now activated and we have the traffic passing by. So let me open speedtest.net and let's see who is our provider. Let's wait for it. For this videos, I'm using the Habanero development kit from A Device. So right here on the network interfaces, I have created a VPN connection. This one is a Wireguard VPN and it is a Wireguard VPN server tuner. However, for these videos, we're going to create a VPN client. Alright, so just in case you haven't installed Wireguard before and this is your first time configuration, let's go to System, Software, and then click on this update list to update your package database, and then search for Wireguard. Right here, the package will list on the install section, but if you haven't installed it, it should be shown on the available section. So first of all, you will need to install the Wireguard tool. And then in the Wireguard tool, it will include Wireguard and Kmod Wireguard for you. If not, you may need to install it one by one. And then Lucy app Wireguard to be able to see the statistics from here. And lastly, Lucy Proto Wireguard to be able to create the interface from network interfaces. Let's go to network interfaces and create a new interface. So this one, let's put it Cloudflare, and then on the protocol, select Wireguard VPN. So if you just install the package and you cannot find the protocol, make sure that you have installed the package Lucy Proto Wireguard or perform a reboot after you finish the installation. Now let's click the Create interface. So the private key, let's open the configuration file. So private key, this will be our private keys. The listen port 1123.21, and then IP address. So this one, and let's just put it in, click the add button, and then let's go to the firewall settings. It will be on the one zone, and then on a peer, click the add new peers, and then the public key, it will be right here. This one, let's put it Cloudflare pre-share key. If we don't have the pre-share key, we can leave it blank. The allow IP address, it should be this one, or if you are using the IPv6, don't forget to configure it right here. Root allow IP, yes. Endpoint host, copy that one, and then the port number, put it here. Alright, persistent keep alive if your router is behind NAT, which means this is not your primary internet router, then you should put it a number of 25. For this one, I'm not. Alright, so basically we've done with the configuration, and let's click the save button, and then save and apply. So if you pay attention, we have the DNS configuration left out. And then if we miss out this DNS configuration, there will be no internet connection. Alright, so we need to set the DNS for our Cloudflare interface, but we won't be able to do it with Lucy, but we need added edge. So now we can use putties or command lines or PowerShell to establish the added edge connection to the routers 172.16.9.1 and the port, and hit enter. So root and then the password. Alright, so now let's run the command v/etc/config/network. Hit enter. Then press the I key to switch to the insert mode. So let's go down to our Cloudflare right here, and then let's add a new line. Options, DNS 1.1.1.1, and that's it. Press the ESC keys and then colons, right click W and Q and hit enter. And then let's run service network, restart. Let's hit enter and wait for the magic thing to happen. As you can see, we have successfully connected to the Cloudflare VPN server with Wireguard VPN, and we can see that the traffic is passing by the interface. So we have TX and RX ongoing. So now we should be able to surf the internet, of course. So let's go to speedtest.vn, speedtest.net, speedtest.net, and then let's go to something maybe what is myip.com. So we were detected at Cloudflare WARP, as well as this one's Cloudflare. Alright, let's run a speed test and see what do we have. So to download the 120 Mbps and it was stuff there, and let's see the upload speed. And still on the upload side, we have average 96 or 95 Mbps. This is my computers connected to the Hardware Development Kit running OpenWRT and then to the VPN server. So we can see that everything is up and running perfectly fine. For further configuration, you can check out my video tutorials on the VPN policy routings, which will be able to search on youtube.com/VanTechCorner. And then you can try to sniff the traffic, like either a local traffic or like international traffic, thing like that. and you can find the video tutorial somewhere here on VPN policy routines, and I will put the link to the video in the video description as well. So that's all for this video, and I hope it will be useful for you. Thanks for watching and see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.